Yes, we are on live. It is Open Talk with Les Jackson. It is a happy Mother's Day as it comes to a close once again for 2015. We want to wish all of the mothers that we have not said Happy Mother's Day to, Happy Mother's Day. Hope you enjoyed your day. You know what? I was sitting back in the lower level of the dungeon and we were talking and discussing about how we treat Mother's Day. Mother's Day is treated so royally, but I have to ask myself the question, what happens to Father's Day in June? Are we just going to get socks and ties of the same old, same old? Are we going to hear arguments? Are we going to hear disgruntled? Or are we going to sit back and be just as loving as our men have tried to be to the loved ones in their lives? Let me tell you something, men and women, it is Mother's Day. It is a time where we celebrate, but even the woman that founded Mother's Day said we have become too commercialized with Mother's Day. She encouraged not to send cards, not to give flowers, not to give condiments to any person on Mother's Day, because she said that was never the intent. The intent was to sit back and to honor those mothers that had been mothers and had served well, doing what they do. Let me tell you something, folks. I want to sit back and I'm going to say it just like this. You may get mad at me, but you know what? We got too many mothers that want to be mothers that aren't mothers. They just want to sit back and perpetrate the fraud, and we have to sit back and eliminate the madness. It's a shame what we are allowing to be perpetrated in 2015 after so many years of understanding and going through the same holiday day after day after day. It's just like all this killing on Mother's Day, a day that should be a solemn day, a day that we should respect and honor. We're sitting back and you hear about shootings at Eastland Mall. You hear about shootings all over, 2 police shot. You hear about all of this madness going on all over the world, and we are sitting back as if it's all happy-go-lucky. Let me tell you something. Let me give you a rude awakening on Mother's Day as we close it out. It's the beginning of a brand new thing, and if we're not careful, we're going to get caught in some sauce that we don't want to get caught up in. Yes, it is the fastest 30 minutes that you're going to see on radio tonight. I want to thank all my friends over at Spreaker.com, to everybody that's listening live right now. Yes, I am Les Jackson. It is Open Talk with Les Jackson. Mother's Day is almost over. I lost my mother 3 months ago. And I was sitting back, I was listening to a statement that was made to me on last night about one of my loved ones telling me they're trying to find closure. Closure from what? My mama is gone home. She is sitting back. She is relaxing and maxing, probably playing bingo and laughing as we sit back and try to struggle through the day-to-day issues that we must suffer through. Happy Mother's Day. I love all my friends that posted on Facebook, Twitter, Blog Talk Radio, also right here on Spreaker. I love y'all. But I must say, we're getting this thing twisted. We're dumbing down. We are sitting back. We are forgetting and we talk about how there is no culture. There is no culture because we don't stick to the basic principles and keep the rules the same each year. That's why there's no culture amongst black America. We have a culture. There's a culture that's alive and well. It is very much a vital part of the growth and the birth of a nation, and we have to sit back and start claiming what we know is the truth and stop playing as if we are so dumbfounded, so bamboozled, so held down from the past to where we can't get into the future. I don't think that my granddaughter, and one iota in her mind, is going to ever think about what happened back in my day. I don't even see my daughter even being that concerned with what happened in my day. Happy Mother's Day. Mother's Day is a day where we ought to sit back and reflect upon the mothers that have given us so much love and nourishment and care throughout our lives. Right or wrong, a mother has a love that is unconditional. It's a love that cannot be duplicated, but is a love that can be shared, and mothers shared love back in the day. Oh yes, they did. They shared love, and they showed love, and they demonstrated love to the best of the ability that they had in their capability, in order to sit back and make us comfortable to sit back and say we are the true future of our productive parents. That's why I sat back and posted earlier today. It's time out for mothers. If you got a baby's daddy out there somewhere and you know who that baby's daddy is, stop denying that father the opportunity to be in that son or daughter's life. Allow them to be there. See, this is a mother. A mother can sit back and despite all that she may have been through, she looks beyond it and says, okay, I can forgive you. But here's the way it lay. We gonna sit back and do this thing just for our children, because Mother's Day is actually a day not only to cherish and love our mothers, here or gone, but to sit back and to reflect upon the many sacrifices that they made in order to be our mothers. God knows. A lot of us have put our mothers through all kinds of shucking and jiving and BS and arriving at some things that they didn't have to go through, but they went through it because they were mothers, and just as they gave birth to us and sat back in bed with us for 9 months in their womb, once we were arrived on the scene, they still showed nothing but love. Happy Mother's Day. It's almost over, but I want to close out the night the right way, because I love all of the black queens, the white queens, the Asian queens, all of the queens that have bear children and are sitting back and can cater and take care of their children despite all of the adversities and despite all of the trickery that we have fallen into. Let me tell you something. Don't be tricked and don't be fooled, mamas. It takes two to make the thing go right. And you might not know it now, but you will know it later, and it will come back, it will haunt you, it will hit you, it will bite you, because the simple fact that too many mothers now are trying to fit both roles. It's not your place. That is not your calling. You don't have to be a mother and a father, but allow the father to be the father. You be the mother despite your differences, and be happy when they say Happy Mother's Day. Our kids are running amok right now because we are sitting back and we are watching the deterioration because of our demonstration of a segregation which is allowing and teaching that you can't trust your father. Happy Mother's Day. My mother's gone. She's gone home. I know she's sitting back somewhere playing bingo, probably calling out B46, B12, I46, and she hollering bingo. I know that her and my father are sitting back there and they're laughing right now and watching and seeing how are we handling the situation that we've been left with, and how are we going to deal with the future that we have, because now I have to be a parent. I have to now sit back and step up to the plate greater than ever before and sit back and know that I know what I know, because I have a daughter, a granddaughter. And yet me and my ex are not together, and I'm not going to call her my ex because she's the mother of my children. She's the mother of my baby. And I love her. I always will. Despite the fact that I'm about to start a new chapter. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with sitting back. If you couldn't get along, just sit back and enjoy the ride and say, look, we had some good times and we had some bad times. But through it all, we made a baby. And that's what makes you a mother. A mother cannot be a mother without a baby or a child, or a boy or a girl. You must go through something, some joy and some pain, in order to achieve motherhood. Motherhood is a great thing because we have to start recognizing that we have queens and we are raising young queens and princesses that are coming up, and we don't want to distort their minds or have them disillusioned by the cockamamie ideology that we think about. Oh, I want you to marinate on all of this for a minute because it's deep tonight. As Mother's Day comes to a close, I want to say Happy Mother's Day once again to all the mothers that are listening to us live right now as we do our thing, because I wasn't even going to come on. I had sat back and I was in a purple haze of funk, a misconstrued ideology that I had to weep. But I realized that that's not what my mother wanted me to do. She wants me to stand up and to sit back and be proud about what I have produced, and to be able to make the production of my instructions valid, to make the seed that my wife put forth flourish, and to nurture and to care for that one, and to try to make things better in such a harsh society. Oh yes, This is Open Talk with Les Jackson. You can comment. Just call me, talk to me, email me. OJ Les Jackson, Twitter. Open Talk Les. Right here. Boss Conductor 05. Just let me know what you feel, because it's a lot of mothers that are sitting back feeling abandoned right now because somebody didn't call and say Happy Mother's Day that they wanted to actually hear from. And men, don't be afraid because it's your ex. Don't be afraid. That's the mother of your child. For the child's sake, it took two of you to tangle. It takes two of you to work it out. I'm not saying you're going to get back together. I'm not even looking for it. But have enough respect and honor to sit back and cherish the love that that woman gave you for that brief moment in time when y'all sat back and entangled and intertwined and became one and said, "Woo, isn't it so good to me?" When it made your toes curl and you sat back and you thought you were on top of the world, sit back and understand that's the mother of your child. Good God Almighty, I feel all right here tonight. Sit back and learn to enjoy life and not be bitter and upset over the things that many times we have messed up, but because it is a day that is designated for the mothers that have sat back and went through so much just so we can claim to be fathers, daddies, Big Papa. Call me what you want, but let's understand it took that woman to make it all happen. When we sat back and intertwined and got benign and just sat back and made mad crazy love on a steamy hot night like it was tonight, I didn't say Happy Mother's Day, but I'm telling you now, Happy Mother's Day, because I gave it to you. Woo! That's some deep stuff that's coming right off the rip, coming right off the top, because you know what? It's Mother's Day. It's almost over. I watched so many people as they sat back and marched to and fro in the church, and they brought kids and they dressed them up, and mothers went out and spent their last few dollars in order to be sharp, as we call it, just for this one day. But then there's tomorrow. Mother's Day does not stop you from being a mother tomorrow. See, because a lot of mothers were nice today, and they sat back on best behavior, and they sat back and said that they would not cut up only because it was Mother's Day. Like I said earlier on my Facebook, I don't want socks, I don't want a tie. If you're going to do something for me, let's celebrate equally Father's Day. You can sit back, you can give me a call. If we are the ones that are together, then I expect and I'm hoping that we can make mad, crazy love, eat breakfast, watch some television, cause the playoffs gonna be played, and so I've got to see my sports, but let me enjoy the Father's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. As we wind down into the last 10 minutes of this sound and I sit back, I could play a bunch of songs, a bunch of things that will make you sit back and maybe bring tears to your eyes, but I want to thank all the mothers that are being real wives and being real mothers and cultivating and nurturing their children in times like these, because it takes a strong woman. And it's time for us to stop acting as if women are not strong. Women are strong. Women are the backbone. They are that short rib that if you go get an x-ray tomorrow is missing from your side. Maybe if we start understanding the simplicity of what it is that we're doing when we lay in play, maybe we wouldn't have so many unwedded mothers. It's an honor. It's a joy. It is a peace of mind that comes when you can sit back and say that we did this thing together. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. It is a joy to not have to bounce from pillar to post, from post to pillar, to sit back and find somebody that's going to satisfy my temporary need of an urge that sits back and hits me on the little man opposed to the big man, which is in my head. And I need to recognize that every time that I sit back and indulge, I could be making another mother. I could be bringing a mother into her own. That might be deep for you. I want you to marinate on this for a while. Sit back and chill. Because it's real talk. This is Open Talk with Les Jackson. I am your host, Les Jackson, giving you a commentary on Mother's Day, because Mother's Day is almost over. Matter of fact, it's over now. It's 12:02. What you gonna do? So many of our women have to go to work right now because men have failed and have not carried the ship as long as they should. And we always promise when we're laying and playing. We make these idle promises that we know in our heart many times we don't even plan to carry through. Happy Mother's Day. And it's not all on the men, because women, y'all fall into the trap. Y'all sit back and do just that. You sit back and you get infatuated by the possibility of someone that is going to love you, because all women look for love and they want the Prince Charming and they want the Cinderella and all the glitter that is not gold, but they want it. And now we live in a time where glitter is not gold, and we're starting to see and face the reality that I am now left alone to raise this child. Oh, don't get mad at me because I sit back and I give you a prelude or a reprieve to what you've already been through or what you're about to go through. But understand that what I am saying to you is, don't sell yourself cheap. Happy Mother's Day. It's over, and you have to wake up in the morning and go to work and to sit back and to still put food on the table and to still nurture that baby and to sit back and care for that loved one that you have that is by your side and saying, "Hi, Mama. Hi, Mama. Where is my daddy?" And then when we can't explain, we make up rules that say that Papa was a Rolling Stone and that Papa was no good, or he was caught up into other folly But yet some of the mothers are caught up also, because we never sat back and really planned to be together. We never sat back and went through the idea that, look, this is a battle, and we have to be willing to walk through it together. Not as me, but as us, to become one, because we are one. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers that have sat back and was able to enjoy this day, and to sit back and their loved ones catered and did all the things that were necessary. But you know what? Every day to me is a Mother's Day, because are women not always asking their men to cater to them? So, but when Father's Day comes around, Father's Day is just a passive day that comes about, and it just comes and it goes. And women, y'all need to wake up and start catering to us a little bit too. We love to be pampered too. Pamper me. Show me some love. Show me the same respect, honor, glory, and the beauty that you want on Mother's Day. We got to get out of this want, and look at what each and every individual needs. Because I need you and you need me. And that's the way life goes. There's never ever been a circumstance where there was just something that came out of nothing. It took me and you to lay down and to clown and to enjoy one another in order to make this little one that came out to say, hi, Mama. Hello, Mama. Hello, Daddy. It takes us to sit back and to say that we have broken through, we have made it, we have gotten over, and forget all of the hard times, because hard times will come just as the sunshine and the rain. But we must understand that's the way life is. Not going to always be such a good time, such a happy time, such a chapter that you can write from Never Never Land, happy ever after. It can be if you stay with it. To my mother, Mama, goodbye. I loved you. You loved me. You showed me everything that I needed to know in order to carry on. You sat back and you said, it's time now for you to be happy, and for you to cause and to bring another mother on this earth. And I thank God for my daughters. I thank God for my ex-wife. I thank God for my mothers-in-laws and everybody that has catered and has been a part, because it's Happy Mother's Day. So to all you mothers, as I get ready to get out of here, 58 seconds left, Happy Mother's Day. Y'all do y'all thing. Y'all did it. I hope you're sitting back right now making some mad, crazy love and maybe bringing another life into this world, just because you can say that you're happy and that you understand what it is to be a mother. Be blessed. Have a good time. I'm going to talk to y'all tomorrow. I got some deep stuff tomorrow. We're going to talk about this Obama fiasco tomorrow. Because it's coming out. It's a bunch of lies being told. And now I want to find out who's lying. And who telling the truth? This is Open Talk with Les Jackson. Peace, love, happy Mother's Day.